Good morning and happy Mental Health Monday. Today, I am not just going to be wearing my occupational therapist hat, but I'm going to be wearing my personal trainer hat too. So for those of you who do not know, I am a pre and postnatal exercise specialist. So one of my jobs is to help pregnant women get and stay healthy throughout the entire perinatal period. And I incorporate movement and exercise into my wellness coaching because it is so important for your mental health for you to move. And I recommend you do it daily. So today we're going to talk about movement, sunlight, vitamin D, and some nutrients that you need to have optimal mental health, especially in times of stress. So I am currently almost out of breath because I am doing one of the things that I tell my clients to do every day is walk. Walk is low impact. However, it is a wonderful way to improve your overall fitness, and it is a wonderful way to relieve stress. And we all want to reduce stress. But what my goal is to not only just reduce stress, but to reduce the overall level of cortisol in your body. For those of you who do not know, cortisol is the stress hormone. And many do not know that cortisol not only affects you, but it affects your fetus. So cortisol, when it's chronically elevated, does pass through to the baby through the amniotic fluid, and also chronic increased levels of cortisol change the functioning of the placenta. So this has been linked to decreased cognitive functioning later on in life. So it is imperative that we take steps to move our body, not only to reduce stress for ourselves, but to positively impact our kiddos later on in life. On top of that, we need vitamin D. Pregnant and postpartum women are naturally low on vitamin D. Vitamin D is imperative because it has been linked to low serum levels of vitamin D, have been linked to increased rates of postpartum depression and anxiety. And so our goal is to move our bodies and get sunlight or vitamin D through supplementation in order for us to prevent or lessen the severity of perinatal mood and anxiety disorders. On top of that, sunlight during pregnancy, which increases your overall vitamin D levels, can affect the fetus. If we are low on vitamin D, it has been linked to, again, decreased cognitive functioning in children later on in life. Also, vitamin D is important for bones and for joints and for the child's physical development as well. So there are so many benefits to getting vitamin D that's why people who are in the northern states, in the northern regions such as like Alaska, Canada, they do require additional vitamin D supplementations most of the time. So when we move our bodies, and especially when we get out in the sun to move our bodies, we are not only benefiting ourselves, but we are benefiting our fetus. And then Chloe gets to benefit by getting fresh air. And it's wonderful to be able to include your children in your daily walks and daily habits, because the more you can do with your kids, the less isolated you will feel. Now let's talk about nutrients. So there are some specific nutrients, minerals, and vitamins that people need to make sure that they have the best chance of having optimal mental health. That includes vitamin D, all the B vitamins, specifically B6, 9, and 12. That has been linked to increased mood and energy. We already talked about vitamin D. And then also iron. So for pregnant and postpartum women, we want to make sure that you have optimal iron levels. You will start to feel depleted if you do not have iron, especially if you lost some blood during delivery. So oftentimes women will get an iron supplement. But you'll know that you're low on iron if you're cold, you have changes in sleep, if you're craving things like ice, those are typically indicative of low iron. So iron is very important, as well as zinc, selenium, and magnesium. Magnesium glycinate has been given to a lot of women to improve overall sleep and anxiety. And also, added benefit, it helps with restless legs. Obviously, before taking any supplements, you want to talk to your physician or healthcare provider to make sure that these supplements are right for you. But a lot of these things you will find in your whole nutritious diet. So we want to make sure that we're doing as little supplementation as possible and get those trace minerals and those vitamins through your diet and your daily movement. So I hope this has been helpful. Next week we are going to talk about preventing musculoskeletal disorders because pain, especially in the postpartum period, has also been linked to poor mental health. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks.